YouTube, what the crap's going on? I'm finally back to recording, though to you it won't really seem any different, but I had just gotten done watching the Oklahoma-Texas game that I'd mentioned in the last two videos. I'm still cleaning some of the vomit off my clothes for how poorly the Oklahoma team performed today, and that was with a win. I mean, that's like the dirtiest win I think I've ever experienced, where you win and you still feel like you lost. I guess it was one of those days for us, but oh well, a win's a win. I can see that it's going to be a long and frustrating season. But that's what you get for being a sports fan, I guess. Things don't always go your way. Anyway, let's get back into some Octavian campaign here. Massalia is pretty stable, and I've got lots of good buildings on the way there. I think I'm going to go ahead and crank out farm upgrades. It shouldn't affect me too badly there. And got Ilaria upgrading. We can now go all the way up to the level 4 farm, which actually does give you a huge boost of food. So it's a boost of 5 more food. You just got to make sure that your public order can take the hit, which I believe in, like in Roma, we should be able to handle such a thing. So building these farms here, that'd give me an extra detriment 6 to public order, but eventually we could upgrade these sanitation buildings and stuff as well. That's a big boost of food. I'm going to wait just a little bit till I get a feel for what I need, because I don't want to just throw money out on it. Might as well, actually. Let's just do it. Upgrade that gladiator school there. Alright. I think we're fine. I've still got new armies training. Ready for battle. And we're waiting for Octavian to be able to get in here against the Ari. And just kind of see what else we can do back here. I got more food on the way here. Might as well upgrade the gladiator school. And I don't have quite enough money to do the library. Not this turn, at least. I forgot that I had the spy back here. And I think actually, like, I put her into an agent stance, but I'm going to go ahead and bring her up in one of these armies. Let her level up in one of the armies. I think it'll be a more effective way to get leveled up. And then we are underway towards hopefully unlocking better infantry with their research, so shouldn't be too many more turns. And I've always got more libraries onlining at the moment. So I guess my people will spend all their days reading and nerding it out. Wow. Getting counterpunched here as Octavian by a lot of Germanic troops. Although I could potentially win this, there's no real reason for me to stand here and face all these troops out in the open. So if I retreat and they follow, then I'll get a better position. So we'll come back with Octavian and take care of business. Best to know when to retreat, I think, at that point, rather than potentially getting Octavian's army killed when it's an extremely good army. Let's see, how does the support look? It's like I just can't get rid of enough support for my men as much as I try to. I guess I could just keep assassinating my generals that I don't like. And then just keep picking my own generals, which then takes some of my senators away. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Whatever. It'll just kind of throw away a little bit of my influence, hopefully turn by turn, until it gets down to a point where I don't have to worry about it. Commander? Completely odd form of politics going on here, but oh well. So we got Octavian back in position. I think as soon as this legion finishes, we should be in better shape. There's some Etrusci rebels here that we're going to want to chase down. This army must have gotten sabotaged. I didn't look at the stuff. Political intrigue. Population surplus. Seasonal character trait. Inspired populace. Hidden agent. That's weird. There's nothing that says they got sabotaged, but looks like they didn't have all their movement points. Odd. Odd. Odd, odd. This province is gonna rebel, which is fine. I don't really need it at the moment. We'll just take it back at our leisure. I'm gonna go ahead and build a muster field here so that we can get more garrison troops there. I think that's what I was looking for. Oh, I forgot to run my timer too, which I've been bad at all day. So about me getting the right timing on the episodes. Let's see. Yeah, Noria is turning over to the positive now, which is good. We've got a couple of buildings fairly close to completion that ought to help there. No sense in upgrading buildings here because this province is about to rebel anyway, and we'll just let it go. It shouldn't be a big deal. Like these Daco Thracians that are down here getting held up, and they've got another larger city over here too that we're going to need to take care of. Let's see. I should probably just go ahead and raise another army in Rome now. There's none of these guys. Well, we'll hire up this guy from the other dynasties. Raise an army. And let's just get him here into Rome and recruit some legions. A couple of gladiators. A couple of first cohort. Get some skirmishers and some cavalry. We should be good. I got plenty of money, so let's go ahead and army up. And I am gonna try and limit the number of other house armies that I have, just to see what the difference is when we go into civil war. So like right now, this guy's an admiral at Ebosim. Assassinate, spread rumors, adopt. I could lose more senators by adopting him. I might do that. So, good. Actually helped me drop my stuff, and then now I should, like, try and assassinate him on the next turn or something. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, so we've managed to drive down my influence fairly well. Should be in a range where hopefully we're not risking civil war. I'll let it go for a while, and we'll just kind of see how it plays out.
My people
Marcomanni want another peace treaty, which means they're weak. So I don't want to give them the peace treaty. We're going to need to keep pushing against them. I don't know if those are all enemy troops up there. Well, we're going to check that out. There was kind of like a little barbarian party going on up there. And I may need some reinforcements in that vicinity. There's the rebels that I expected. Looks like it's actually going to give them a win. And on this difficulty setting, it would be. They've got some Bloodsworn, which are basically Bloodzerkers. Let's see what happens with these rebels. Okay. Let's see, Bergium. So yeah, it is just rebels, German rebels, so I'm actually going to let that go for a little while. Yeah, we're just going to let them go for a little while. I'm not concerned about them at the moment. This I am a little more concerned about. That is a whole lot of enemy troops. We're going to need backup for this legion. The 7th Legion, that is. And there's even more Marcomanni troops at this point. And another... Oh no, that's the same army of Cherusci rebels that I've been unable to engage just yet. In fact, this is a rather ugly situation. Still gonna just keep my troops here and try and reinforce these guys at their city. I need to get another legion up there to them though as soon as possible. This one is nearly completed, and I could probably get up there pretty quick with this legion and reinforce. And let's just see what else we got. We got the other legion coming up in Rome. I'm trying to remember where I was building the other. I want to say I had 3 of these different armies going. So I had this one, this one. Let's look at my map again. So that's Octavian. Mediolanium. Yeah, so I've got them, there, and Rome. Okay, yes, I do have 3. Sorry. I was getting confused there for a minute. I've also got a ton of money at this point. Let's see, we're 3 turns away on this remuneration reforms research, and then we'll have 9 turns before we get to that. Not sure what to do with Octavian here. Let's take the spy out of our army and just kind of scout the situation out. They've got 2 pretty sizable forces here.
I serve only Rome.
And they're recruiting more troops. Spear Brothers, Spear Levy. They have Riders of the Hunt. A bunch of Germanic Scout Riders. Let's just start harassing these guys.
Mischief.
Really? That was a pretty nice chance of success, and we still failed. Wish the Helvetii would come over here and reinforce me. That would be helpful. But we can go ahead and start raising another legion here, actually. I'm going to do another one of these other guys, and then I can adopt them later if I need to. And let's just go ahead and... Let's see, what is this? Got 6, 8, 9, 10. Just get my kind of standard legion here. Mix of cav, skirmishers, and foot troops. Okay. So that'll take my income down a little bit. We'll have more armies on the map, which should give me a little more strength against my enemies, which honestly I could use at the moment. Certainly not going to hurt anything. Okay. And then got this spy. Let's take her out of her agent stance. Just put her in this army. There we go.
At your command.
And get +1 cunning. And plus another cunning there, so that'll work out nice. Get that spy off to a good start. And let's see, this army is, yeah, still, I just need that one more turn to get these troops trained. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Our enemies are actually a little more powerful than I would have expected, considering they have so very little territory. And we've actually got the Daco Thracians, who just took a province there fairly close to me. And these guys are going to come try and cause trouble for Octavian's army, and then they'll no doubt follow up with an attack. My spy had very good chances of success and failed. Theirs succeeded in doing something there. Looks like I had 2 enemy agents come after me and then poison me, apparently. They did not get Octavian, but I can't retreat because of whatever they did to me. But this is a bridge battle, so I would hope that I should be able to beat these guys down. Fight it on the battlefield, but they did give me a pretty stiff poisoning. Some of my units took some casualties, but we've got a lot of Germanic troops to face off again. Not really sure why I couldn't retreat from this fight, considering that they're coming across a bridge and have nobody to prevent me from retreating, so it's kind of stupid that the agent actions of a single guy can prevent you from retreating. Let's try and use the bridge to pin down enemy troops, and I think we can grind these guys out, but then again, the difficulty settings can cause some serious trouble. And really, with Octavian having as much victories as he has, all he has is second wind and war cry. That seems pretty pathetic. Might have to do some work on Octavian's character traits here. Is that the only crossing? Let's see. Kind of a funky river here. No, there is another crossing over here. We'll just kind of see if the AI tries to use it or not. Leave some cav back here. Do not fire unless I tell you to. Start the battle. Usually the AI will just come straight across to face you. Okay, they got Germanic Scout Riders coming.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
I'm gonna go try and clog up the bridge.
To the heart. Give it to them. Double time.
Riders of the Hunt. Yeah, I don't want their Scout Riders coming across and then running around all over the place. They do have some Germanic youths making towards this crossing. I'll keep an eye on it. Usually the AI will wait for all of its reinforcements before crossing. Let's see if that's the case.
Orders to command. At speed.
they're acting like they might try and come across the other crossing. But they may just be lining up, waiting on the reinforcements. Let's fast forward and just see what happens. Nope, we've got a crossing taking place right here. Let's pin them up immediately. I want to pin these guys clean up against the bridge. I don't want them to have any room to maneuver. So we should be able to get my superior Roman troops and just grind these guys down. Well, what should be superior Roman troops. And I've got first cohort supporting. Let's bring Octavian up as well. And I'm going to actually take these guys off fire at will, save their javelins. And let's get my javelins up here in case we need to toss. I want to say Octavian has dread. I'm going to hit that club levy that's already struggling and see if we can put them out of their misery. Ooh, there's a sword master coming. It's going to be javelin bait, hopefully. Okay, we really need to get javelins onto that sword master. Alright, and I think I will get them here.
Romans, ready for duty!
Let's kind of unbunch our guys a little bit here. I got my javelins pouring onto the enemy swordmaster, and even though they're bunched up on the bridge with no cover, I've only gotten 2 kills. But hopefully my javelins are doing something. Let's get Octavian up here a little closer.
Our general is under attack.
Because if he does have the dread trait, I want it to be taking full effect. Okay, I'm going to pour on the heat here. My javelins seem to be having little if any effect on their infantry, which is pretty annoying. Only gotten 18 kills with almost all of my ammo thrown. There's a ton of Germanic scout riders back there just hurling javelins as well. I'll try and hit a few of them. They should be easier targets, but they're not dying either. Those swordmasters are going to be a tough unit to crack here, but I'm just going to keep all my guys in formation attack. Try and make them as difficult for the enemy to break as I can. Let's war cry the enemy general. See if any of my none of my troops are tired at this point, so it looks like the enemy may make a crossing over here. And if that's the case, let's just get my first cohorts ready to protect my backline, and I'll just leave this cav hidden over here. And hopefully get some rear charges with it. We are beating back the initial Germanic assault here, though. Get my Velites out of here. Get out. Okay. Germanic troops in this vicinity are going down pretty badly. Just keeping the pressure on with my legionnaires there. I haven't lost a whole lot of men, and I've gotten quite a few kills with most of the units. The Germans just have not been in a good position. And I can't tell what they're planning to do over here with this group of guys. So right now the AI confusion is really working to my advantage. And it's like those Germanic scout riders are just never running out of javelins either. They've just been sitting here with a steady stream. And I'm sure that theirs are probably being more effectual than mine. I've almost got another war cry ready. And it might have effect now, but the German general just went into freaking headhunt, so we're going to have to hope he routes before the headhunt takes him into insane morale. So I'm going to try and pop a quick flaming javelin. Come on, do it, do it. Probably too late now. He's probably already, yep, stabilized. Never mind. Don't waste your ammo.
The enemy general is dead.
But we did manage to kill the enemy general. It's just that he's going to get a few extra kills because of that headhunt. Are those Germanic scout riders ever going to run out of ammo? Yeah, they're just throwing and throwing and throwing. Let's put all my legionnaires into Testudo. Actually, come out of Testudo, hurry, run, and then turn your front towards them. So we'll just outlast these guys, basically. Eventually, they're going to have to run out of ammo and try and cross as well. I would just send my own cav after him, but they'll just run away and get more javelin kills on me. So we should have pretty much a gigantic wall of Roman shields going on here. And Testudo does work. It's not perfect, but it does work. Gives you quite a bit of protection. My javelins were almost completely ineffectual against the Germanic troops. I got a number of kills, but not towards any of their better troops. Germanic scout rider's really not sure where to go either. It is going to force my guys out of Testudo though, and somehow they still have javelins back here with all these Germanic youths. Getting really sick of this. Don't know how many javelins that these units can carry. I'm gonna see if I can throw some Pilla at these guys as well. Just get rid of these Germanic youths once and for all. So these guys are getting a seriously large amount of kills. Seriously, how much ammo do these guys have? They've just been tossing non-stop. I think they finally ran out. Eat Pilla, you freaking javelin dogs. How do you like that? Alright, so we've managed to beat down that army, and it looks like this other A army over here is looking glitched out. And I'm gonna go basically get in front of their bridge crossing as well. Look at these Germanic youths. Their whole army pretty much has been destroyed. They're still not wavering, just shaken. And then look at the slow rate at which they're dying, even against my Silver Chevron legions. There we go. And they're still going to get away with most of their men, because they just shattered there. Okay. So we finally put down that little Germanic issue there. Let's see, we've got these first cohorts that are in good shape. These guys are in good shape. I'm gonna get my strongest units first. Start moving over here, and I'll back them up with some of my weaker units. Probably need to get these guys in there as well. Pretty much out of javelins, not near as much effect as I had hoped it would have. Let's go ahead and fast forward, and we'll just kind of see what happens. They have a, let's see, club levy. I wonder if they have more javelins over here. They most likely do. Some more Germanic youths. So we can expect another never-ending barrage of javelins from them. These are all riders of the hunt and mercenary Celtic horse, though. So at least no more horse javelins. And apparently the AI is just in full-on glitch, which I haven't seen this happen for a little while, actually. Unfortunate that it still does, but it wouldn't be the first time I've seen a Total War game where the AI glitches out partway through the battle. This time, though, I'm going to bring this cavalry over here, and if these morons do attack me, I'm going to bring my cav from behind and try and finish the fight quicker, but the AI is going to let me march right up to this crossing point to where they're going to be bottlenecked again and have to try and bust through my Roman infantry in close quarters with no outflanking, which I do not think would go well for them. Trying to see where the edge of... Yeah, so this is the passable terrain right here.
At the double.
I'm going to just blockade it.
Double time. Quick march.
Okay. Got our guys coming up here too. Got a few javelins. I'm just going to hang on to them for flaming shot. And try and combine that with Octavian's war cry. There we go. I don't think the AI is going to attack though, and unfortunately I think I'm going to have to finish off this episode a little bit early. Maybe a little early because I didn't start my timer, but just have to fast forward through the rest of this AI glitchathon because these guys don't seem like they're going to attack. I might be able to get them to attack. Let's see what we can do.
Quick march. Advance and speed.
I'm going to send a legion up, see if we can come within a certain distance and lure these guys into a foolish attack.
Double time.
I win if the time runs out, so I could have just fast forward,
And speed.
but I'll try and create an engagement here. I wonder if my guys are within pillar range. I don't think they are.
Double time.
Let's see if I can get within pillar range. I don't know what the range is on Legionnaires, but it's not very far. Which is probably lucky for everybody because their pillar are devastating. My guys are just a smidge tired. Let's let them rest. This guy in particular must have eaten a bad breakfast.
Loosen the ranks.
Let's go into loose spacing, just in case they return javelin fire on me.
Advance and speed.
Again, I just want to see if I can get up here and launch a volley of javelins. Why are you guys so tired already? Catch your breath. Bums. Is this how Patchy trains you? Get your head up, chump. Coach Patchy does not approve of such laziness.
Double time.
Okay, my guys are back to fresh now. Surely I've got to be in javelin range here. Yet I am not. Alright, I'll move up just a smidge more. German troops taunting me in the background. Here comes the javelins. The Germans just taking them. Actually didn't lose a single man. It's pretty amazing. Club levy. The Germans are just sitting here taunting me.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Managed to kill one of their men. Alright, well, come on. Jumps, let's go. What's it gonna take? Alright, I don't want this legion to die entirely though because they have so many chevrons.
The men are wavering.
Well, these guys are just not gonna attack me. They're just gonna sit there and hurl their javelins. Whatever. Alright, well, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. I'm not going to send my men through the water into all those javelins, so I will see you on the next episode of the Octavian campaign. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.